Geek Out! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Geek Out Championship Wrestling, the only wrestling podcast that has the stupidity to do an episode pay-per-viewly. That's one, kind of two now, episodes every pay-per-view that the WWE puts on. I am your host with the most, Chris Nolan, and sitting next to me is my co-host with the co-most, Mr. Timmy C.
Yes, sir. What's up, buddy?
Yes, and...
where's Steve?
Oh, he's out on his ranch with Sable, enjoying the fact that he beat us yet again.
Hold on. Seriously?
Yeah.
He's gone?
Yeah. Couldn't even bother to show up.
Hold on. And he wasn't here the last time we did a review?
No.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, to be fair, you weren't here for the last predictions. You were here for this most recent one, but you weren't here for the one before.
Right, but I still provided my feedback, my update. True. You know, I provided something to add to the show. But
yeah, no, I did get a message from him earlier that just kind of said, "Well, suck it, losers. I'm going to go tour Ohio."
I gotta say, I wasn't gonna say anything, but this is really bothering me. This is 2 straight reviews that he hasn't shown up, that he hasn't come to the table explaining how his markout predictions really made the show.
Yeah.
Because to me, if I win with my markout predictions, I'm going to be excited.
Yeah. You were going to mark out.
Right. I'm going to come to the show and be like, guys, how great was that pay-per-view?
Yeah.
But you mean to tell me that this title is so important to him that he won't even show up? He won't even call in. He doesn't have to even be here.
Yeah.
We've gone out of our way to call him in, but he won't even show.
Yeah.
Too cool.
Yeah, too cool.
And yet he's calling himself Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. So you brought him on board.
Yeah.
After we already started.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, hey, man, I got this guy, very knowledgeable with WWE.
Mm-hmm. Been watching it longer than both of us combined.
Right. Very creative.
Yep.
Will bring a lot to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Frankly, I don't see it. I mean, the guy brings boring predictions that you can find on any other podcast. Yeah, he's got knowledge of WWE. It's great. And wrestling in and of itself. But seriously, what is he bringing to the table? Not to mention, he obviously can't take the heat that I put on him on Twitter when I give him shit for the fucking terrible, boring-ass predictions that he brings to the table here. And evidence that he's not even here for the last 2 reviews.
Tim, right now we're recording this. Maybe not the best time or place to do this. Maybe we should just save that for the group chat. Figure out what's going on. Let's just talk about Fastlane, okay?
I'd love to, but first,
yeah,
it's obvious. You know what? You tell me this. What was the idea behind the markout championship?
Well, I mean, it's to forget all the stuff that we know about, like backstage politics and stuff like that,
right? And
just kind of remember what it was like to be a young fan. Granted, I never had that memory, but to kind of embody that childlike wonder before you knew about kayfabe,
right?
Before you knew that Roman Reigns maybe takes steroids, stuff like that, and just kind of. Who do you want to win just based on their charisma and their connection to you,
right?
As a fan,
yeah. Right? So it's not who you think is going to win, correct?
No,
it's who you really want.
Yeah,
to win.
In your heart of hearts, as I am fond of saying.
So really, our SMARC predictions are the ones that we think are going to win.
Yeah, those are the ones that are like disenfranchised. Our cynical selves will be like, well, this is probably who WWE is putting on it.
And so the markout predictions, you shouldn't really go perfect on those, should you?
No.
Unless this is an unbelievable pay-per-view that you only get like one markout prediction wrong. Mm-hmm. So the rest of it, you're like, oh my God, no pants stance, I'm enjoying life right now. Wouldn't you want to come on to the show and talk about it?
Yeah.
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 But this is 2 in a row that he's absent. Right.
Yeah.
So you know what this means? This means that he obviously doesn't care about the markout championship belt. This means absolutely nothing. And he's honestly not just laughing at us, but laughing at anybody listening who actually cared about this belt. Like, to me, this belt meant something.
Yeah.
This belt means nothing to him. So I say this belt is null and void. I don't even want to, just say that it exists. It's done. In my book, I am bringing a new belt to the table for WrestleMania. I am bringing something new and fresh. And it's not going to be like any other podcast that you've heard. Not going to be like any other championship belt that you have ever seen or heard in your life.
Oh. And
I'm bringing it for WrestleMania.
And do I get a sneak preview of what this belt's going to be all about? Or are you going to keep it secret?
Maybe my Twitter followers will.
Oh. Maybe I should start following you on Twitter then.
Or maybe I just bring it with me and I will show it off at our WrestleMania prediction show.
Oh, well. I will say, as the person that made the mark-out predictions belt, that does hurt a little bit.
I think it would have hurt more that the person who has it and who has had it for the last 3 pay-per-views doesn't even care to show up, nor does he even understand the meaning behind the belt. Because if he did, he'd be here.
I will say, last pay-per-view, I did tie him, so he got to keep it by champion's advantage, but like
he did.
Yeah,
you did.
Yeah,
it was fine. I had no issue with that.
Yeah,
my issue is you showed up the next night.
It's true.
You came on this podcast and talked about it. He did not.
Okay.
He wasn't there.
Okay. I understand. I understand why you might be upset.
So
with
you know
that,
what?
Yeah.
If he doesn't care, then we don't care. It's like the Browns. Yeah, go 0-16. Nobody cares. No one's gonna watch. We're out.
I mean,
Done.
they did have a parade celebrating that they went 0-16.
Yeah. Well, enjoy your parade, Steven, by yourself with the markout championship belt that nobody recognizes because you don't care enough to bring it to the show. That being said, I'm not spending any more time on you, and I'm going to start talking about the pay-per-view from last night.
Strong words turned into strong actions. Let's get into Fastlane.
What was nice about Fastlane, and we talked about it at the prediction show, low expectations.
Yes.
We all had low expectations.
It's a nice baseline. Like it's kind of a problematic baseline because you would like to think that your wrestling is going to deliver, but when you have low expectations, hopefully all they can do is go up. They can jump over it as opposed to limbo underneath it.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I'm not very good at limbo, so.
Have you seen my body type?
Yes, sir, Big Papa Bump. I will say, Happy Rusev Day.
Happy Rusev Day.
It just that always brings a smile to my face. I don't care how bad my day is going. If I hear Happy Rusev Day, that makes my day.
You know, I will say, I should have mentioned this on the prediction show because it's something that I did, last week. But I finally caught up with some of the mixed match challenge. Still can't say it.
Yeah, it's hard to say it 3 times fast. I'm not going to judge you.
But I caught the Rusev and Lana match,
right?
And that was a fun match. Yeah, especially for Lana, like because we all know she's not that great.
No. Great looking though.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And but that I gotta say that was one of her best matches she's had, and she won. She got her first victory in the WWE.
And how great is that? Yet they won't put her on TV to have her win.
No.
But yeah, we have to listen to Carmella. Anyway, we'll get to that. So we start with Shinsuke.
Yes.
And his music hits, and I tweeted this. Immediately, I regretted my decision for a mark out for Rusev Day. Now, granted, I didn't
because you realized that you were marking out that much for Shinsuke.
I marked out so hard. That music hit, and I'm just in awe every time it happens. Just with it's one of the best entrances. That and the demon. The demon
Finn Balor?
King Finn Balor. Yes.
Not the Demon Kane.
No. Nobody wants to see that, but the King. But Kane, I tell you, if you ever see a pay-per-view with him in the arena and those flames come up, it is
Oh, they
pretty
don't
hot.
come up anymore.
No, but they did. It was hot.
Oh, yeah.
You could feel it.
I've been to a Universal Studios stunt show. I've felt flames.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How'd it feel?
Hot.
All right, so we had Rusev Day against Shinsuke.
And that was a damn fine match.
It was really good.
I mean, did anyone expect less from those two professionals?
I thought it was a very good match.
Yeah.
I of course went, with more of a shocking upset, which I really didn't think would happen, but I thought would be more interesting than kind of going with chalk.
Yeah.
But it was a really good match. I was entertained.
Yeah.
I had low expectations, and they exceeded it.
Yeah.
And actually, I did think Rusev had it won.
There was definitely a moment where I was like, wait, are they going to give it to him?
And I got to say, before the 3 count, I did jump up because I was like, that's it. I did it. It was great. But great match overall. I was very impressed.
Yeah.
The next match was the Bobby Roode against Randy Orton.
The U.S. title match. The match where I tweeted, I hate being right. because my Smark prediction was that they were going to give Randy the belt.
Yep, and you were exactly right. You were right on point there.
Yeah.
The way that he won, I was fine with. It wasn't a cheap roll up. It wasn't anything like that. I mean, it was a really cool RKO. And I know you're not as impressed with that.
Especially
that's pretty cool.
But like at least it was like it kind of harkened back to the WrestleMania match that he had with Seth Rollins, where he was diving in for something and he caught him. Like that was kind of cool, but like. And just the RKO just in general doesn't really do anything for me.
It doesn't get you going?
No.
Really?
No.
Oh, I think it's one of the cooler moves.
Oddly enough, the Diamond Cutter. I dig that. But I think that's more so because I like Diamond Dallas Page and I cannot stand Randy Orton.
I learn something new every day.
Yeah, right?
Unbelievable. But I will say I was surprised at the result of this match because they made, I'd say a big deal, but it wasn't a big deal, but it was a big deal about having Randy Orton win all the titles. The U.S. belt was the only title.
The Grand Slam champion.
It was the only thing he hadn't won.
Yeah.
I would have thought that they would have saved that for a bigger stage.
Right? Well, one thing that did actually surprise me about him getting it, even though I predicted that he would, I had heard reports that he was like, you know what? I'll sit out WrestleMania this year. I don't need to go. I had heard that rumor that he had said that backstage. Really? And like it makes no sense to give him a title right before WrestleMania if he doesn't want to be on the WrestleMania card.
Really?
But at the same time, like that also just stinks of someone like me being like, man, fucking Randy Orton, he probably doesn't care at all and isn't even going to show up to WrestleMania, like, just making up that rumor.
Too cool.
So I took it with a grain of salt. And if he has the U.S. title, I mean, who knows? They might just do some 50-50 booking, and Tuesday, Rude wins it back on his automatic rematch clause.
That's very possible.
Yeah, it's very WWE.
Yeah. And I wonder if, because the other big thing that's been going on with SmackDown is that Dolph Ziggler's never had a singles WrestleMania match, and that was the one thing he came back for. Maybe that's something that they throw him into, that, maybe it's a Randy Orton versus Dolph Ziggler or something like that.
Maybe he comes back and he's like, hey, I never actually lost the title.
Right.
And then,
I'm here to show the world. Yeah, that is a pretty cool entrance.
Yeah.
But I
not
say
for
that
number 30 at the Royal Rumble, but yeah.
No. But then I say that, and Jinder comes in at the end.
Yeah.
And this is post-match. Jinder comes in, and Bobby Roode takes him out.
Yeah. I can't remember if I mentioned this on the last pay-per-view, but much like the last pay-per-view, this pay-per-view I was watching live, and because I'm a dork and I love What Culture Wrestling.
I don't judge.
Yeah, good. I mean, we have a wrestling podcast.
Yeah, come on.
But I was watching their live reactions.
Right.
And when Rude hit the perfect DDT,
Glorious.
The glorious, sorry. They were all like, "Oh my God, is this Bobby Roode's heel turn?" And like they were like the much like me and you, I'm sure they were all like, "Oh, Randy won the belt."
Yep.
But like as soon as that happened, they're like, "If this is the start of Bobby Roode's heel turn, then it's totally fine. Give Orton the fucking belt."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, okay," because Rude was a great heel in NXT.
Yeah.
And like I totally understand why when he came in to the main roster, he kind of was a face, because I was watching his first match on TV on the main roster. Like, he still kind of came in like, hey, I'm Bobby Roode from NXT. I'm a dick,
Right.
And then, like, because of the crowd reaction, I feel like they were like, they went about the match as normal because it was just kind of like a generic, introduction match. Right. I don't even remember who it was with.
Ziggler.
Was it with Ziggler? But, like, by the end of it, like, the crowd's going nuts and they're just like, okay, the crowd loves him. He must be a babyface. And I was like, I don't mind it because he's fine.
Well, it's the intro. I think the intro is what did it.
Yeah, I mean, and Ziggler was kind of right. He is a flashy intro.
Yep.
He's also a good wrestler.
Yep.
But so much of him is that flashy intro.
Yep.
Yep.
The next match was Natalya and Carmella against Becky Lynch and Naomi, which we were Samsonite way off.
Except me.
Yes.
For my smark.
Yes.
I called it. I knew. I felt it in my smark of smarks that they were like, we need to make Carmella look big because we want her to cash in soon. I was wrong that they were going to have her cash in tonight, but the later match with Charlotte had a much more interesting after-match thing go on.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with being wrong about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so clearly they want to beef up Carmella because they need to if they want her to be credible.
Yeah.
But can we talk about how great Becky Lynch looked in this match?
I liked what she was wearing.
That too. But like she
right, the wrestling. Yeah.
She was shining as a wrestler.
Yes.
That new what would you call that? A leotard?
Sure.
Unitard?
Sure, we'll go with that.
It's been a while since I've been in clothing. In general, I'm naked right now.
Wait a second.
That's why Steven Skypes in. But yeah, so her outfit was on fire.
Yes, it was.
And she was looking good. Like I don't feel like she came out poorly from losing.
No, not at all. I think. Well, and I think Naomi did as well. I think Naomi was fine.
Oh yeah. I can't remember who took the pin on that.
It was. I think it was Naomi.
Okay. See, this is the goldfish memory that Vince McMahon wants us to have.
Yeah.
That I told you already that I have.
Well, it just wasn't important, I guess.
Yeah.
And we agreed on that. Kind of going into this pay-per-view that this was a match they kind of just threw together at the end.
Yeah.
And you're right. They did book Carmella to look semi-strong. She was the one that got the pin that
won. She did look better than she has in the last couple weeks or months even, where I can't even remember the last time she actually wrestled.
But again, had no reaction when she came in.
No.
None. It was yeah.
Do you remember in NXT when she used to actually like talk like Enzo during her?
She did, yes.
And they did it like twice on the main roster.
And I think that's the part that she fails at. She has no personality.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have any mic skills. She's the type of wrestler that I think needs a manager.
Yeah.
Or needs to be a manager.
Give her Lana.
Yeah.
Tamina's not using her anymore.
No. But I think a mixed tag or something like that would be good for her. But
like
we'll
Big
see.
E.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
I will say that their mixed tag match was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I loved all three of the New Day having like matching outfit with her.
Yes.
That was good.
Yeah. So Natalya and Carmella, they got the win there.
Mm-hmm.
They next up was the tag team match. And I got to tell you, the build up for this match was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked that they re-showed before the match the promo that they did to one another. I just both brought very valid points.
Yeah.
But Big E, he's really great on the microphone.
Oh my God. I was terrified, like in that promo, terrified when he starts yelling. I was like, oh my God, he's going to kill the Usos.
Yeah.
Both of them. He just...
Yeah, no, it was. I was a big fan of the build-up, and that made me want to watch more of the match.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, this match was ruined by the Bludgeon Brothers.
Right. As much as I love the Bludgeon Brothers, because for some reason I do, I could feel your judgment on that statement. I enjoy the Bludgeon Brothers. I am sure that once they're done with their first actual storyline, they're going to go nowhere, just like the Ascension.
They have an Ascension type feel. Although, side note, Harper, did he lose a lot of weight?
I think he did.
He looks really
or
skinny.
At least he moved that weight around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like that happens to me too. I'm a big guy.
You are.
And like if I like actually like am consistent with like hitting the gym,
right,
and like I start to put on muscle, I stay the same weight. But it looks like I've leaned out because the fat goes away.
Right.
Muscle takes up less space than fat.
Yeah.
And it also weighs more. I learned that from heavyweights.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so back to the tag team match.
The best part is I'm not going to edit that out because I don't care.
I can't wait.
But yeah, like I was saying, as much as I enjoy the Bludgeon Brothers, like I was like, but I wanted to see this match.
Yeah.
Like this was literally the only match that I was excited for the whole pay-per-view, and I got half of it.
Well, and both tag teams doing each other's moves.
Yes.
And I thought the New Day was actually going to pin the Usos with their moves more than the other way around.
Yeah. I did like the Unicorn Stampede
that was
coming from the Usos.
That was really funny.
Yeah.
It was very entertaining. It was to me it was a good match, and then I don't know why there was no finish.
Yeah. Literally no finish. Like they didn't even like Steve tweeted me, was like, so is that
right?
No contest? And I was like, I'm not like, I guess technically whoever they hit first gets the DQ. The DQ win, but because they were going after both teams equally,
it's a
no contest,
right?
Which is a shame. I don't even remember who got the hit first.
At that point, I didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, once they came in and ruined the match, I was like, who cares? No contest.
Dun.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun.
I would have much more appreciated if they came in after the match.
Yeah.
Like after I got the enjoyment of the match. So
rough shot or rough shot?
Rough shot.
Rough shot?
Yeah.
Rough
yeah.
shot.
I think it's a soft N, but yeah.
On both teams after the finish, I could see that.
But for the record,
but now it's going to be a 3-way tag match at Mania.
Well, for the record, I think it was a no contest.
Yeah.
But
I think we all agreed on that one, which that's fine. I did
Xavier took the worst of all of it.
Yeah. I mean, he has a Jurassic Park something or other.
Yeah, it's something in his back or neck
and oh man, every time they cut to him and he was like,
oh yeah, he was doing the shake.
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah, it was bad. But yeah, I mean, they'll set up a triple threat. I think that means that Xavier will probably not be in the match, and it'll just be Big E and Kofi. Which I gotta say, hats off to New Day for continuing this gimmick. They came out with the pancakes. They came out with the trombone. They came out with everything. So hats off to them. Continuing on with this, and you got to have them at WrestleMania because you don't know what they're going to bring out.
Yeah.
They're a crowd favorite. Because
New Day rocks.
That's right.
New Day rocks. New Day rocks. New Day rocks. I'm looking at my bootios right there.
Yeah. I got some bootios. That's a cool looking box, though, isn't it?
It is. It is a very cool box.
My buddy SJY3000, he's got the unicorn figurine that he got in the Loot Crate.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, big fan of it. And
nice.
he never gave it to me, though.
Rude.
Yeah, I know. But Bobby Rude.
Yeah. But but your buddy is not glorious.
No, far from glorious.
So I guess that brings us to the women's
match. Yeah. Yep. So we've got Charlotte versus Ruby Riott. My takeaway.
The match that I knew I was not going to get my mark prediction right.
No, but thank you WWE for making Ruby look strong.
Right? There were a couple moments, much like with the Rusev and Nakamura. I was like, wait, might I be right?
Yeah, and it was really well done.
Yeah.
From an action perspective. I mean, it was an intriguing match. I mean, Charlotte did a great job. Ruby did a great job. They both seemed like they were in sync. I was kind of surprised at the whole Becky Lynch, Naomi coming out to support Charlotte. I don't know. It's just weird to me because I never really put them together. Charlotte was always the bad one.
Right.
And they weren't. So, I don't know. Charlotte's never had, like, anybody other than the accountant to come out and help her. Yeah. But I feel so bad calling her that, but that's kind of her role right now. She's in the Titus Worldwide as the accountant.
Statistician, sir.
Yeah, whatever. Tomato, tomato. But ultimately, my take on it was a really good match.
For sure.
And then we got a surprise at the end. Not to me, but to some.
I mean, I had kind of guessed at this point, just because they hadn't outright said that that Asuka was going to be challenging Alexa Bliss, that they might do something where she goes over and challenges Charlotte. So, yeah, at the end of the match, Asuka's music hits, and everyone's like, oh, shit. She comes down and does that great thing where she's just kind of like getting in Charlotte's face, and then, ha-ha-ha, and points at the WrestleMania sign. And, yeah, it was
cool.
Glorious.
It was really good. It was a good moment.
Part of Team Robe.
She is, yes. But I think it means that Carmella's really not going to be able to cash in this Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Because on the other end, I think it's going to be your girl Alexa Bliss.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. And I think Nia Jax. And whoever wins that will definitely be taking out Carmella if she tries to cash in, even if they have one arm and two legs tied behind the backs.
I feel like the best that they could do is maybe pull a Seth Rollins and have her come in and like make it a triple threat, where like both of them are already pooped from giving it their all, but like for the same reason why they made Carmella look kind of strong this pay-per-view, like you just don't believe it. I don't believe that Carmella could beat any of the women in the title contention scene.
And that's why it was a waste to give her that belt or to give her that briefcase.
To give James Ellsworth that.
It was just
title.
Dumb. It made no sense, and it goes back to creative. Just I don't know who's in charge of creative, but he is just completely out of it. Has no level of creativity. He reminds me of somebody else I know that just no level of creativity in anything that they choose to pick or do as it relates to wrestling. So, hey, to each their own, but poor Carmella. Mm-hmm. But I think her husband comes back soon.
He's
Are they
got
married?
to.
Are they married?
Or
did I jump the gun there for
I think
him?
you jumped the gun.
Oh, sorry about that.
I mean, the Total Divas is on a break right now, so I haven't caught up, but
I thought. I mean, they practically are. They live together.
Okay, Dad.
I know, right?
But I remember because I watch Total Divas from time to time.
No judgment.
One of the storylines in an episode from last season was, oh my God, is Cass asking Carmella's dad for permission to get engaged? And no, they were just talking about wrestling because Carmella's dad used to be a wrestler too.
And he was calling her SAWFT.
Woo, soft.
So, match of the night, in my opinion.
Machos de Noches.
I don't know if you feel. No, that wasn't even close. That was some of the worst Spanglish ever.
Yeah, that's what I do. I never took a day of Spanish in my life.
6-pack challenge.
I was very surprised at how good. I knew most of the wrestlers in this were going to be able to put on a good show, but I mean, Corbin and Ziggler kind of felt like they weren't really doing a whole lot in it. Ziggler kept coming in with the zigzag or whatever, right at the perfect time, and that was cool.
Yep.
Yeah, or the famouser, and that was neat. Mm-hmm. Corbin executed his little dance around the post well for once.
I like the name of that. That was good.
Yeah, dance around the post.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has a name for it, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, probably.
Probably some like slingshot.
The Lone Wolf.
Yeah. But yeah, like,
My least favorite part of that match?
Yeah.
Shane McMahon.
Right?
Yeah. Again, why was he down at that ring? I mean, I don't know if you saw him talking smack, but why was he down at the ring?
Yeah.
I mean, it made no sense. He should not have been there.
No. And he was just there to watch.
Yeah. And where was Daniel Bryan?
Yeah. At home.
Oh, yeah.
Washing his tights.
Great job. Great job, creative.
Yeah.
You've totally wasted such a great opportunity.
At the very least, like, if Shane was going to be down there, I guess stick him on commentary.
Something.
But, just having him sit there.
Yeah.
It's weird.
You want to talk about a dad moment? That's a dad moment right there. Just,
right?
I'll watch my kids play in the pen.
Being all sweaty.
Yeah.
I did like that he pulled the ref out.
Yeah.
And then pulled Zayn. Was it Zayn that he pulled out? Yeah.
Yep.
To mess up their pinfalls. So I was like, okay, well, and that was after the super kick from Owens, which that was pretty.
Yeah.
I do enjoy seeing Shane get kicked around.
I like the super kick when it's done well, when it's not obvious. I mean, Shawn Michaels perfected it.
Yeah.
I think Dolph Ziggler does a great job of it. But Kevin Owens is a great wrestler.
Yes.
So he was the perfect one to pick there to do that.
Yeah.
But I keep hearing rumors that Dolph Ziggler and Shane McMahon are now going to get into it because he's not going to give him his singles match or something.
Yeah.
I mean, that to me is boring. I don't know what they're going to do with the whole Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Shane McMahon angle.
I don't think creative knows what they're going to do with it.
I feel like we've done it before. Right? Have we done this before?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The only thing I can think of,
fresh and brand new.
I know, right? The only thing I can think of is if they did something where it was a loser leaves SmackDown match, and that would make sense because then whoever either way, if Shane loses, whatever,
and then Daniel Bryan comes in to eat the pin,
right?
and he's like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna go have my indie career. Bye, guys."
Yeah, exactly. Which I gotta say would totally be a downfall of SmackDown if that happens.
Yes.
I mean, not good. But yeah, I mean, overall, I thought it was a really good match. You saw John Cena pouting in the corner at the end.
I didn't see this watching it live, but I saw like a GIF of it.
Yeah, he pushed the camera away.
Smacked the camera.
Yeah.
Laid the smack down on that camera, if I may.
So
that the announce table spot with AJ.
That was cool.
I believed that he was dead for a while.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Do we think that Undertaker's going to come out at Raw or because Cena's going to either on Raw or SmackDown will come out and do his boo-hoo speech.
Yeah.
Right. And woe is me. Do we think the Undertaker?
That's the only place that I can see Cena going at this point.
Because I don't know what else.
Yeah.
What else is there? Unless the McMahons are taken.
Yeah.
So you can't face any of them.
Yeah.
So I guess it'll be interesting to
find out. Unless he faces Vince himself.
Well, I would think he'd have no chance in hell.
No chance.
Yeah.
But I like my idea that I came up with.
You would
prediction. No,
you
right?
would.
But like having that be, a loser retires match.
Yeah.
Between him and the Undertaker, so that either we have a definitive The Undertaker's dead, or not dead, but like done.
Right.
Because he is already dead. He is the dead man.
He is. That's true.
He's living proof that he is the dead man. That was actually on commentary at a WrestleMania.
Yes.
It stuck in my head.
There you go.
Whichever one it was where they were at Caesar's Palace. And he was going up against that guy that was in the flesh suit.
I'm just going to let you go with that
Go
one.
For it. I think it's like number 9 or 11.
Keep it going. Like You're still going.
Yeah. You want to hold this shovel for me? But so either we have definitive proof that he's leaving the company.
Right.
Or Cena has his out so that he can do all this Hollywood shit that he's doing and all this, Nickelodeon shit that he's doing.
Blue's Clues.
That too.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Well, overall, I think Fastlane was a little bit better than what I expected. I mean, again, I had low expectations. I thought overall it turned out fine.
Mm-hmm.
A couple surprising moments, but nothing too crazy, and a couple okay. I wouldn't really call them complete mark-out moments, but they were pretty cool.
Yeah. This I believe was my lowest marked out pay-per-view since we started this podcast.
Really?
Because I only got two. Now I need to check my
Elimination Chamber for me is the least, because that was the most predictable, boring. Although I didn't do too well with this one today, or this one.
No, yesterday. The only one I got was AJ retaining. Everything else I was wrong. In terms of marking out,
right?
Marking out, I ran a clean sweep. If you exclude the tag match,
sweep.
Yeah,
attaboy.
Yeah. But yeah. So this is my lowest marked pay-per-view to date.
Yeah. Well, Elimination Chamber was mine, and this was my second worst. So
yeah.
I'm hoping that WrestleMania has some better mark-out moments for us.
Yeah. Some better moms.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I like moms.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to judge.
Right?
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, you're married to one.
I know. A really hot one. It's awesome.
What'd she do wrong to get with you?
Yeah, I know. God, how do you transition from that,
I
Dick?
don't know.
Jeez. All right, well, we will see everybody for WrestleMania. We will have a prediction show at least a couple days in advance, so you all can follow along with us.
Yep. That's going to be the, I believe, is that the first full weekend of April?
Yeah, the
WrestleMania
8th,
is on the
8th.
On the 8th? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the first full weekend of April.
Yeah. We should tell Steven it's on the 1st.
And also, last I heard, Miz and Maurice's baby is due on the 6th, which is, I believe, the Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
It is.
So clearly that child is destined to be in the Hall of Fame.
That would be perfect.
So congratulations to them.
Actually, that is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Indeed.
I will be debuting a new belt for our WrestleMania show.
You know, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm kind of worried that you're going to get drunk with power.
Never happened.
No. All right.
But I probably will. And I'm going to enjoy every freaking minute of it.
Good. I hope you do.
Yes.
Timmy, where can the kids find you online?
At Timmy C84.
Right.
What about you, Chris?
You can find me at the E.G. Nolan.
Is that 2 E's?
It is 2 E's.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The G. Nolan.
Yeah. All right.
And you can find Steve on there, too.
Yeah, he's somewhere. Just look around. BoringTweeter.com used to be awesome.
So thank you for joining us for Fastlane, and we will see you for WrestleMania.
Yes, sir. Drinks on you, Malt.
This has been another Geek Out production. If you enjoyed what you heard, hey, we've got a special episode every Friday. Of course, there's the usual catching up show every Wednesday, and you get book club episodes just about every Tuesday these days. Thanks for listening.